Wanted to put together a quick video about just kind of introducing you to Blackboard on this class, and especially if you're in the one of the online sections of this class, you're not going to have me as an instructor in class every week. So I just want to kind of give you all kind of a tour of how this class works. So when you open up Blackboard, the first thing you get is this start here, and I want you to go through this. This video that I'm actually making now will soon be in there, but I want you to kind of go here and click on this, and this is going to open up some things that you kind of need to know. Like first, there's stuff about me, who your instructor is, and stuff like that. Then down below are a couple of very important parts, the class syllabus and the schedule. If you click on that, there's three files. There's the syllabus. You can download this, read it, and I want you to do that because there's actually going to be a little quiz that I want you to take over the syllabus. So download that and read it. Next below that is the schedule. This is really important because this is what this is the the schedule we're going to keep this semester. You can see that there's this is for the fall semester. If I use this video later on, it's going to be the same thing in the same place. Sorry. Okay, something's in my throat. Anyway, I want you to print off a copy, at least one copy of this, put it somewhere where you can see it. Put it on your refrigerator, put it next to your computer, put it somewhere where you can keep up with it, because these dates in green are when tests are due. So you need to keep up with those dates, because you don't want to miss a test. Zeros are very hard to make up in this class. So keep this somewhere near you, and it's going to let you know where we're going to be like throughout the entire semester. All right, moving on. The last thing up here is an academic calendar. This is just going to show you things that are important to the college, when the first day of class is, when the last day of class is, when you can withdraw and receive some money back, when you can withdraw and not receive a W, those kinds of things, when the end of class is, when fall break or Thanksgiving break, those kinds of things. So those just pack some important dates for the college. All right, moving down a little bit further, these are some introduction videos. So probably the class is going to be here also, or I'm sorry, not the class, but this video is going to be here also. There's a tour of Blackboard. Let me turn this into student preview because I want to make sure that I see things the way that you all will. So moving back here, like again, you don't see that, but it will be there. This video that we were watching will be there. There's a video over the class syllabus, and there's a video over taking a test. So when you get ready to take a test, and you're going to be taking one here in a bit, you can watch this video, and it'll kind of show you how to do that. This is the grade policy. You see that it's a regular 10-point grading scales. The grade is based 100% on online tests. So whatever you get of the 13 online tests, that's what you're going to get. Don't miss any tests, because like it says here, each test counts 7.7 points of your final grade. So if you miss one test, the highest you're going to get is a 92. If you miss two tests, you're not going to get an A at all, no matter what you do in the rest of the semester. There's a section down here for makeup assignments. If you miss a test, or you get a low score and you want to do something to bring it up, you can do one of these makeup projects. These are not easy, and I don't grade them. The computer grades them, and what you get is what you get. So I really suggest not doing these unless you have to, unless you did miss a test or something like that. Now, the way this class works is there's 5 sections. There's the hardware software section. Then we get into the office, which has 4 more sections: Word, Excel, Access, and PowerPoint. Each of those 5 sections has one makeup project. So let's suppose that you miss, there are 3 word tests. Let's suppose you miss one of the 3 word tests. You can do the word makeup project, and it will replace the lowest score of those 3 tests. So if you get like if you take the 3 word test and you get a 89, a 99, and a 57, and you don't like the 57, you can do the word makeup project, and whatever you get, if it's higher than a 57, we'll bring that 57 up. If you miss all 3 word tests and you do the word project, you get a 0, 0, 0. You do the word project, you'll get a 0, 0, and whatever score you get for that word project. So again, don't miss tests. Missing tests is what causes people to fail this class. It's almost always the reason people fail this class. All right, next thing down here. There are 2 quizzes that I want you to take. There's one on the syllabus test, the one on the syllabus, which is just going to cover things that are in the syllabus. So print off the syllabus, take the quiz. I want you to take this quiz until you get 100. Certain things will not show up on Blackboard until you get 100 on the test. So and you got, I forget how many times. You can take it as many times as you want until you get 100 on the test. The next test down here is it's called a sample test, and what it is like in this class we're going to be using 3 different portals. There's Blackboard, there's MindTap, and there's SAM. And SAM is the thing that we use to actually take the test. So what I want you to do is, like, on any test or on any computer that you might use for this class, I want you to take this sample test just to make sure that your computer is going to be fine when it comes time to making up the test or taking the test. So if you got like 3 different computers that you might use, just try that sample test on all 3 and make sure that you don't have any problems. It doesn't count for a grade. The syllabus doesn't count for a grade. It's just things you have to do. And I don't care what score you get on the sample test. It's just to make sure that you don't have any problems when time comes to take the test. So get that out of the way as soon as you can also. Just so you know, apparently Blackboard has an app. I can't really see us using that much for this class just because you kind of need a computer to do what you're going to do in this class. But there is a Blackboard app. If you have any technology issues, you can click on this link and it'll kind of tell you where to go to kind of get some help. All right, so that's the start here section of this. So go through that and make sure that you don't have any problems. All right, now I want to move on to the most important part of this Blackboard page. It's textbook training and tests. This is where you're going to spend 90% of your time in this class doing stuff. So if you click on this, you'll see that one's missing, and the reason it's missing is because I've got it set up to it won't show it to me until I get 100 on the syllabus test, and because I'm looking at this like a student, I haven't gotten 100 on that one, so it doesn't show up yet. But I just kind of want you to see what you won't see it if you haven't gotten 100 on the test. And so you see there's one that's missing. It's the hardware software section. But there's that, Word, Excel, Access, and PowerPoint. All of these work the same way. So let's just look at Word because we can see it. So if I click on Word, it's going to open up, and at the very top of this section, here are the 3 tests for Word. Word Module 1 exam, Module 2 exam, Module 3 exam. Then down below, I have the stuff for each of these sections. So like here's Word Module 1. Here's like this first link gets me to the text. So if I click on this and everything works okay, eventually it's going to open up. Hopefully. There it goes. You may see this. You can just exit out of this. You can take the tour if you want to, but again, it doesn't matter. And so this is kind of going to get you to like different things in the textbook for Word. So you can kind of see like this is like stuff that's in the textbook. Here's actually the textbook itself. So click on that. And see, now we're in the textbook. So this is the textbook for this section. So this is Word Module 1. So that just kind of shows you how and like you can page through the text just like this. So this is the textbook for this class, the online textbook. All right, so let's get out of this. Oops, don't need that. All right, and so like this is just this is the stuff for Module 1. This is the stuff for Module 2, and these are the things for Module 3. And every one of these sections work this way. So we'll go to Excel and look at it the same way. So let's click on Excel. Up at the top of this, looks like I have to move no, here they are. Module 1 exam, Module 2 exam, Module 3 exam. And then again, underneath here is the stuff for each of these modules. So that's the way this is going to work for every section. So just remember that, like, when you need to take a test, the tests are at the very top of these folders. So you can see this little icon here is a test. This just means a folder that's containing things, and these are just links that gets me to where I need to go. Okay, so so this is where most of the stuff is going to be. You're going to spend most of your time here. Down below this are some makeup projects. So if you miss a test or you get a score that you don't like, this is where you'll find the 5 makeup project. This is the one for the hardware software section: Word, Excel, Access, and PowerPoint. Now again, don't do these if you can get away with it, because I mean, you only want to do these if you got a score that you don't like, or you get a 0 on one of the tests. And they're not easy. Like even the hardware software section, the way it's set up is like it takes all the questions for all 5 tests, puts them in one test. You're timed, and you only get to take it once. So I think you get 75 minutes. It's got like 54 questions. You get 75 minutes, and you got to get that done. You know, you only get one shot at it. Whereas everything else, you get, like the word test, you get 3 shots at, or any of the other regular tests. So that's where the makeup projects are. Now the lecture videos, what I'm trying to do, and I've been kind of working on this for a while, is create lecture. So these would be the lectures that I would give if this was an actually in-person class. So like, if you want to listen to my voice when it's, you know, like when I'm not in class, you can click on this and it'll open up like a video that you can watch for this class. These are the PowerPoints for this class. So like the textbook has PowerPoints that come already made. So if you want to see the PowerPoints for this class, you could go here. And so like if I want to watch the PowerPoint for Word, click on Word. Here's the Word Module 1 PowerPoints. I click it, and these are the slides for Word Module 1. All right, so that's the PowerPoints. Moving a little bit further down. Text files. All right, so let's look at some. This is where we would go. I want to show you something. I'm going to go back up here again, and I'm going to go to Word, and I'm going to go to the Word Module 1 textbook. Okay, so this is the Word Module 1 textbook. Let me go back a couple pages. So like with Word Module 1, it has this like little step-by-step project that you create for every module. And so for Module 1, it wants you to create this flyer. Well, this flyer also has this picture in it. So where would you get that picture? Here's where you would get that picture. We'll go back here, close this again. We'll get out of this. Close this back up. This download text files. So if I click on here, it's going to take me to a website where I could download files if I wanted to. Let me get this out of the way. So like here it says like data files. And so like if I was looking for that picture, it would be right here under Word Module 1 through 3 data files. I could click this. It's going to unload all of the files for that module, and it's going to download them as a zip file, and you can unzip it, and you've got you would have that picture of the surfer. So that's where like all of the little data files are located here for you to download. And I'll have a lot of them that we would use in class already there. So like that picture is actually going to be somewhere else. Let me get out of this again, and I'll show you kind of where those would be, where I've kind of already downloaded some. So here's like class files. So like in Word, and then like the in-person class, I'll go over this stuff in class, but like I already have the surfing picture here. So, but I mean, that's just for that one. But the download text data files is where you would find the files that you would be using for if you were going to create that project that's in each of those modules. The last file here is class files. So again, what I have here is, this is more, I use these in my in-person class because I try to go over what it's telling you to create in the modules in the class. So like if I click on this, here's my Word class files. And so I kind of give two different files, like here's the Word module after, so it kind of shows you what we're going to create. So like this is that flyer. But the Word module, only thing this is it's just a copy of that flyer. It doesn't have the picture, doesn't have any of the format. It's just already got the typing done so that you don't have to do the typing. So what this would be is like if this was an in-person class, I would have the students download this, so we'd already have a start and we wouldn't have to do the typing that it tells us to do. So it's just kind of a jump start for things. But anyway, that is Blackboard for this class. So if you have any questions, let me know. Shoot me an email or send me a message, and we'll figure the problems out. But the things that I want you to do real soon: start here, go through the syllabus and the schedule, and then I want you to do the 2 getting started quizzes. I want to get those done as quickly as I can. So that's how we want to start this thing. All right. So again, if you have any questions, shoot me an email, and we'll figure this stuff out. Have a good day.